Hello and welcome to Friday Art with me, Kate Field. Now, I have got a lot of bits and pieces, junk, rubbish, things that go in the recycling bin that I quite often will just fish back out of the bin because I had an idea of what I could do and how I could use it to create some kind of art or craft. And that's what we're going to do in this week's Friday Art. Welcome if you are new, welcome back if you've been with me for a while. I am so grateful that you are here and joining in with my little adventure in getting people to find their creative spirit and making stuff out of all sorts of bits and pieces. So over the next couple of weeks, it is August. I don't know when you are watching this, but it's August here. The sun is shining in southwest Dorset. Always like to have a bit of a weather check, and I know that a lot of you have your children or your grandchildren with you, and you're doing arts and crafts with them. And it's these sorts of things that I think are just lovely, where we can work together in different generations. I love that. That's just fabulous, isn't it? So we're going to make a proper junk journal, and that means we are only going to use junk and rubbish. And the only thing that you will need to buy would be some kind of glue or tape, and you might have that already. I'm just going to be using some masking tape actually to make the junk journal. Then we're going to be creating some collages, again just using newspaper, magazines, cardboard, stuff like that. So enough of me waffling on. Let's go. I absolutely love creating junk journals from bits and pieces. I just love making journals. They make me very, very happy. And this was one that I've started to make just a few days ago. I ran a class here in Dorset, and we were sort of putting together some ideas, and I've started to put some collage bits in the book. But if we turn it round this way, you can see how I've made it. It's odd bits of map, newspaper, bits of sheet music, and I just find it just so satisfying to make. And I will put various bits and pieces in the book. Oh, there's that one there. I'm just going to show you another one. Oh yeah, this is this little one here. Again, it's made in exactly the same way. I haven't put anything in it at all yet. It's all waiting to have some interesting things put in. Now I made this one. I made this one out of a Teach Yourself See book that I think was from 1998 or something like that. And obviously this was in a charity shop, and they said we're never going to sell this, and IT goes out of date so quickly. And so I bought it for £1, I think, and I really like the paper, so I might use a bit of that. But I'm using a bit of graph paper. This pad has this rather nice bit of cardboard at the back, and we are going to be using that for our front and back. So a bit of that Amazon paper bag, brown paper bag, always good. I have some envelopes and some pages from a magazine. You're also going to need either some masking tape or some glue, whatever you have around, a ruler just to sort of tear, and a pair of scissors. And that's about it. So let's start. So the first thing you need to do is to decide how big you want your book. Now, I do like a square book. I do make little square books quite frequently. I really like how they work. But you need to make sure that you've got enough card. So I'm going to do this one about 12 centimetres square, about 5 inches square. So I'll just do it on the inches here. And you need to create a back cover and a front cover. can cut them with a craft knife or scissors, depending on your card, so that you will have 2 pieces. I am going to interrupt my own tutorial to tell you about my membership. My YouTube membership is called Open Studio, and there are 2 levels. There's the Creative Fan and the Creative Explorer, and for both levels of membership you get all sorts of bits and pieces. For the Creative Explorer, you also get access to the Successful Artist Bootcamp, which is based on a course that I ran a few years ago and that I wrote a book for, and I know a few people have joined in already with that, and you are very welcome. So my membership is very new. It's very, very new, and I'm very excited about it, and I hope you will be too. The details are below. Hope to see you there. So there we are, I've got my 2 pieces there. These leftover bits I will use for something else, definitely. So they go in my little cardboard stash pile. So one of these is going to be the front, one of them is going to be the back. We're going to start with the front page. Now, you decide what papers you want to use. I'm going to show you the method, and then you can just have an enormous amount of fun with it. So the actual pages are going to be just slightly smaller. You see, I've just got the piece of cardboard underneath. I'm just laying this over the top. Where's my ruler? Here we go. So I'm going to take my ruler, and so that piece, remove that. Getting started is the trickier bit. So I'm going to stick that bit down there. I'm just going to use my glue stick here. You could use double-sided tape, whatever you have to hand. Let's just pop that one in there. There we go. Like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold down to the edge of the book, just with your fingers, or if you've got one of these, you can use that, or a store card or something. But I quite often just use my finger. It works fine. Let's just do that. And it doesn't matter if it's not completely even, because the book's not going to be even. Okay, so what we're going to do now is something on the other side. Now, you could use some more of the same sheet that you did before, but I think I'm going to use a bit of a magazine. Try not to get too distracted by the magazine. I'm looking at eating and drinking, think, oh, that's nice. I think I'm just going to line that one. I'm going to line it up with the top. This one's a little bit wonky, but that's fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my glue. Just going to pop that there, like that. Like that. I quite like this kind of wonkiness. If that annoys you, you need to straighten it up. Do whatever makes you happy. I know for some people they're like, oh my goodness, that's just too wonky. It makes me very uncomfortable. I do get that. I do get that. Right, let's just trim that one up. Like that. And then we're going to fold this one over. So we have our fold there. And because this was quite a big page, I'm going to do that bit over there. And there we are. So it's just the starting point of our little junk journal. Right, what am I going to do next? And this is the joy. You can just sort of look at what you've got. I've got bits of envelopes, and again I've got this computer paper, which really just has some, it's good quality paper. So it shouldn't be thrown away, should it? Shouldn't be thrown away. Just going to join that bit onto there, I think. That, and that gets fold it over. Might just line that up a bit. Take my ruler. So this is just a kind of each of these pages are quite, oh, here we go. They're all the kind of the same. I'm making them the same depth. Fold that one over. But they don't have to be. So I'm just going to show you something now. That'll be quite fun. So I've got this sheet of music. Let's just tear this. So this is kind of coming underneath. It's not going to be big enough. So put that bit of glue there. Stick that on there. Let's see where that fold's going to be, like that, which is fine. I'm just going to stick another bit underneath. Let's have a bit of the computer paper. It's going to be stuck. This time I'm going to use some masking tape. So you could use, so the masking tape becomes part of the texture, like that. Turn that round, fold that bit there, I'll just put the masking tape on there as well. There we go, so we've got that page, and then this one is going to come this way. So we're kind of creating a concertina, and the wonderful thing about doing a concertina book is that you can use both sides, which I'll show you in a moment. Let's just stick that little bit there. So I hope you can see how this is working. I'm just going to have another bit. I need to cover that bit. I've got a little hole there, but that's okay. That's going to be fine. Go. And it's just such a good way of using up all these bits and pieces in a really, really creative way. Let's just fold that one. Right, this is good. See this edge here? It's quite near the fold, and sometimes that doesn't work so well. So I'm just going to break that bit up. I'm going to put this page here, lining it up with the top. Let me see, and then you'll see what I mean in a minute. Line that one with the top there, like that. Let's just use the ruler there. You could use craft knife or scissors, obviously. And then let's just put that one there. And again, that's just a little bit too close to the fold, so I'm going to take that bit. Let's go back to the beginning. Return that one, that one, that one, that one. You see I've got a gap here. Might leave that gap, might just leave it. So that's that way, but there's also this way on the other side. So just lots of ways that you can use it. And if we open it up, you'll see it's like this. Now, the other lovely thing is that you can just keep adding to it, adding and adding and adding, and until you get, oh, let's just get this one. All of my pages here, like that. But the other thing that you can do, if you think, actually, I want to add some more pages to this, all you do is you open it up, you put a tear in there, and then you can just add additional pages and put them all together. So I'm going to add a few more pages to this one, and then I'm going to show you how to do your back cover. And then we're going to have a few ideas of what you can do to put in it. So I've added a few more pages. As you can see, I've got some old magazine papers, a brochure, my old bits of music, and then stuff from that computer book. And I'm just going to do the last couple of pages. So we're just going to do the same as we did before. So use glue or masking tape. Put that there. Just going to fold that bit over like this. Now this page here is going to be the final page, and we need to do it across the whole bit. So I'm just going to get the piece of why this book is for you. That's fun. I might keep that. Might just keep that bit. That's quite fun. I'm going to pop that on there. Like that. I'm just going to fold that there just so I can see where the edge is, and trim those bits up. I'll show you in just a moment what I've done. So stuck that bit on there, folded that one over, put that fold in, and then when we would have done the next fold, I've just trimmed it up, and that is where we're going to put our card. I'm just going to pop that on, and then I'll show you again so you can see. Sometimes you have to kind of think about it and work it out. And then you think, oh yeah, that's how it works. Let's, like this, bit of glue, stick that bit on the top. So I'm just going to turn it over. So this was the front. And then I've got, starting off with the sonata. So all these pages will turn like that. And then we get to the end, and you'll see that if I just pull that bit out, oh yeah, like that, you can see. So then when we fold that bit over, we've got that. So this is the back page, which means we can start again, which is really nice. Now, you might have sort of a flappy bit, so that's because there was masking tape on the other side. You could put some more masking tape on there as well. Now, of course, you can create covers for your books however you want. I use bits of collage and that kind of thing. Let's just get this one out. In my previous tutorial, I showed you how to make these little elements. They're so easy. This is a junk journal, again, using exactly the same principle. And if I go right to the end, well, I haven't put anything in yet. I've got my back cover, which means I can start all over again. And I just cut out some hearts. Now, because this is going to be a strictly junk journal, I'm not going to use any sort of collage bits to decorate this. I'm just going to use what I've been using already. So I'm going to have bits of the music and bits of the computer book. I'm just going to create a bit of sort of collage texture. Let's just sort of put some of this in. So that becomes my background. Like this. Again, I like the different neutral colours you get with paper. Obviously, if you've got an old book that's sort of been water damaged, I kind of pick up those as well. They can have lovely lovely colours on them, can't they? So you'll get different shades of white and cream. Let's just sort of pop a few bits on here. Obviously, if you've got some collage papers, perhaps you've looked and watched one of my creating collage tutorials, and you've got some leftover pieces, you could use your collage pieces for decoration. That would look great. No, that would look really good. I'm just sort of popping these on here. I might put some newspaper on it as well. Just things from the magazine. Sort of covering it up, and sort of turn it over and do something similar on the back. So just do that. And I'll show you at the end how I decorate the front and the back. But what I'm going to do now is, like I said before, if you decide that actually what you want to do is to add a bit more to it, you know, you've put your back and you've put your front on, but now actually you want to put some more pages in, you want to do some more. How are you going to do that? It's very, very easy, and I'm going to show you how to do that now, once I've kind of got this under control. So let's pop that there. I've just sort of found some random spot in the middle. This is the scary bit. I'm just going to tear it. So that's the back bit. Just leave that there for the moment. And I'm just going to imagine that we're just starting again. So I've got this bit here, and I know that I need to stick another bit on there. So let's do that now. This is very cheap masking tape that I got from the pound shop. There we go. It doesn't have to be, you know, really good quality, as you might be painting over it anyway, mightn't you? Because it's yeah, these sorts of journals you can use for all sorts of things. I am going to attack my Amazon paper bag. It's quite exciting, actually. Right, it's very good quality paper. I'm going to leave that gap at the top at the moment. I'm just going to use my paper bag for this bit here. I'm just going to stick that in there. I'm going to trim up the ends, because I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Where's my masking tape gone? There we go. Well, I really hope you're well. It's lovely reading all your comments. Just hold that bit there. And give me your weather updates. Always like the weather updates. Let's do that. That bit there. Living in England, our weather is very unpredictable. Which is why we talk about it all the time. We do get very excited when the sun does come out. Again, I'm just going to tear that bit there. So you can see these bits are sticking out the edge. And what I wanted to show you is, if you wanted to trim them all up, obviously, you can do that and just sort of line it up. And use your craft knife or scissors just to take that there. There we go. Like that. Just pop that in there. And you can see that I've just added those bits of brown paper in. Oh, so like, oh, let's see, it's doing its own thing, that one, like that, which is fun. It is fun. I absolutely love doing these sorts of things. Let me just see if I've got enough there. Not quite. I'm going to put another page, and then I'm going to join them together. So let's put another bit of this computer book in. There you go. bit off. There we go. Let's turn it around that way. Just make sure it's all flowing, which is good. And then what we're going to do is attach this one to this one, but we're going to need another bit to fold over because I'm not explaining this very well, am I? I need to move this. Oh dear, it's because I got a little bit distracted then. We need another piece that's going to flip that way that we can then attach to there. So I will do that. Now let's yeah, we have this bit going the other way. There we go. It's one of those things, I make these frequently. I absolutely love doing them, and then sometimes I kind of forget that I haven't explained a step. So I do apologise if you've got a bit confused then. Right, so that's our front. We've got these bits coming this way, and we're going to attach. This is the bit that we cut, and we need it to fold like that. So this bit goes on here. If you found that you've done it wrong, then just unstick it. And sometimes I think when we make the mistakes, it really does help our learning. Certainly for me, I have to do. You know, I can watch a demonstration for so long, and then I just have to do it. And I would really encourage you to do the same. Just follow along, see where you go. So just pop that there, I like that. So I've got my page, so it comes along here. I've got my brown paper in the middle, and then I come through to the end. And I'm just going to do something on the back and on the front, which I'll show you in a moment. So I did a little bit of collage on the front. I really liked this bit in that computer book, and I think it actually said why this book is for you. I just thought this book is for you, and then I put a little tag on it because I quite like giving these as gifts, and you can do so many things. So this was the front where we had the sonata bit. I've just sort of started to add some bits from the magazine. That's all I did. Then maybe just work our way through. So where you've got a flappy bit like this, you could just get another bit of masking tape and just tape that down. Or you could do some collage on top of it. That would work. You might want to use some of the words that are in the magazine as inspiration. And here we get to the paper bag. And then we come to the last page. And this is the one I did on the back. So that's my front and that's my back. And then we can start again. And I've just started to put in some more pieces, like the flappy bit there. So let's just cover that one. I really hope you've got lots and lots of ideas of the things that you want to do with your junk journal, and that you have huge amounts of fun and pleasure in making them, and perhaps giving them as a gift for somebody or just for yourself. Just go that way. Ooh. Eating and drinking. That's very nice. So there we are. I really hope you enjoyed that tutorial, that you've got lots of ideas, that you've got lots of things that you can be working on, and I just really hope you had some fun. And if you want to see some more, you could look at this one or this one, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.